Administration is funny about that.
We're fine.
That's how I say it, but
That's okay. Yes. What it tells us is how well your heart and lungs are working together.
okay.
Also tells us a little bit about your kidney function, because the carbon dioxide in our lungs is an acid. Our kidneys make bicarb, which offsets that. We want our body to be about 7.4 pH, which is normal for just about anything. And they work with each other and sometimes against each other to kind of regulate that pH in our blood.
Okay.
So that's one of the things we're looking at.
All right.
Oxygen is one.
God, you
Carbon,
said
don't
needle.
worry.
Are you
Carbon
using a
dioxide.
20 gauge or a 22?
It is the smallest we can possibly use. I think I threw my little thing away. I'll show you. It's smaller than what lab draws and smaller than an IV.
Wow.
It's kind of like a tuberculosis syringe. Okay?
And where's that going?
I'll show you.
Oh my God, these needles.
No, that's okay. What I'm going to do, I'm going to feel both sides of your wrists.
Okay.
What we do, we go for your pulse.
All right, y'all. So what I'm about to show you is I take medicine. So this is why I have this needle. It's not to be played with. I don't want kids to think that this is cool or anything like this. This is specifically for medical usage. But in this video, you see, well, what you don't see is her taking a needle like this. It's relatively small. And her, put this back on because I don't need no accidents. So she's essentially has that needle and she's like putting it like right somewhere in there, and she has my hand like this, and she's like sticking the needle down and she's pulling it up with like the blood, and apparently that particular artery that she took the blood from like shows like your CO2 levels, the oxygen in your blood. I don't know, but it was weird having a needle like right in there. It was just weird. You know, I was freaking out. God, you said
don't
needle.
worry.
Are you
Carbon
using a
dioxide.
20 gauge or a 22?
It is the smallest we can possibly use. I think I threw my little thing away. I'll show you. It's smaller than what lab draws and smaller than an IV.
Wow.
It's kind of like a tuberculosis syringe. Okay?
And where's that going?
I'll show you.
Oh my God, these needles.
No, that's okay. What I'm going to do, I'm going to feel both sides of your wrists.
Okay.
What we do, we go for your pulse. Okay? Not your veins, which are, right on the surface and all like that. It's your pulse. It's about as big as a pencil lead. That's
Okay.
what I'm trying to find. What I'll do, I'll feel both, see which one I like, and we'll go from there. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So you don't want to do anything, just be real still. Just going to feel it. Feel which one I like.
It's gonna hurt like hell in a minute.
No. I have been doing it for 17 years. So I promise you, I wouldn't come at you like a crazy girl.
All right.
Okay.
That's one thing I've learned at IU.
Yeah?
Well, on the bad side of it, when I first came last year, it's almost 2 years coming up on August. The lab team, they were like, "Oh yeah, we're good." I'm like, "No, you don't understand. My veins are shot."
Mm-hmm.
"Oh no, we're good." And I let them do it the first few appointments. And I said, "You know what? I'm gonna go back over to Riley because you guys sticking me 4 or 5 times. No,
Just not feeling it, huh?
just not feeling it."
No. This is a little different. Just because, we're not really, our needle's smaller, we don't have to take as much. What I do, personally, as soon as I go through like the very top layer, I just kind of stop. I will not plunge all the way in. I will not dig around for it. I promise you. I'm serious. I'm serious.
No, thank you, because
Well, yeah.
especially when they do that digging, I'm like, hey, pull it out.
Nope. What I do is I lay my hand right in here. Okay, this helps your wrist stay nice and relaxed. And then I just kind of make sure I feel it even before I go in. I just kind of pinpoint it like that. Okay, and then I just kind of wait for a little bit.
So listen, y'all. I will try to talk my way out of a needle. I don't like needles. I don't like them at all. I don't give a damn how small they are. My bad. I don't care how big they are. I don't like needles. I just, no. So what we was trying to do was like, just talk yourself out of it. I mean, I know the needle was going to come, but you know, you got to talk yourself up. You know, you got to talk yourself up. Because a couple of times I done walked out. A couple of times. But we done grown. We've grown not to walk out. Sometimes.
Just to make sure, you got a great pulse. Not too much tissue to go through, just so you know. If you do kind of bend your wrist up or kind of tense up, makes your muscle thicker, so it's actually harder to get through.
Which I was going to say, naturally,
and most
when you
people
say
do,
get that.
but everybody does.
I'm going to turn to my left. I'm not going to drag or pull for me. I'm just going to squeeze this top.
You're fine. You're all right. I'm just going to check your collateral circulation, so go ahead and make a fist. Open up. Make a fist. Open up. Good. You have 2 arteries that run down your arm right here, okay? We're going to poke this one, and we're going to hold pressure on it for at least 5 minutes. It takes a little bit longer for your arteries to clot than it does your veins. Having said that, we want to make sure you have good circulation down your hand this way, because, you know, your hand will fall asleep.
So you're going to poke me twice?
No. No. Goodness, no. Goodness, no. I hope not.
No, I hope not.
No, I don't want to. No.
And maybe if you said this, I don't, no idea. So are you actually taking blood?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yep. Like I said, it's from your artery, you know, so a little different than the vein draw and all that good stuff. Just gonna take an alcohol swab, clean it off, and let it dry.
So that's not an artery?
Nope, that's a tendon right there.
Okay.
Yep. Your pulse and stuff is underneath there.
I mean, I don't mean to say this. When people cut
Okay.
half, you know, they cut right there.
Mm-hmm.
Are they cutting an artery or are they cutting their tendon?
They're, I assume, trying to cut their artery to bleed out.
Okay.
Yeah, because then if you cut the tendon there, like they can cut some of the tendons in there, like if you have carpal tunnel, you know, just kind of.
But it won't like gush out like if you were to cut an artery. I'm guessing it'll gush. Well, you let it come out.
Yep, it'll go. Psst, psst, psst. You have to make a very large cut.
I'm not worried about it.
No. If someone was going to do that though, I mean, because it's a good question. Yeah, it's a good question though, because you want to make sure, you know, as soon as we actually put something, anytime foreign into your body, whether it be your vein or your artery or whatever, the red blood cells instantly gather and start clotting. I mean, they're like, oh, no, we're not supposed to bleed, clot. And so that's why we hold it for a few minutes or whatever, just to make sure. And by that time, I'll go down the hallway, run your blood. It does take about 5 or 6 minutes. So I'll be down there for a few minutes, but I promise you I'm not running away. I'm just running it through the machine.
One last question, I guess.
Yeah.
So when you say hold it for 5 minutes, the needle's going to be inside while you hold it?
Nope, I'm going to hold pressure on there. I take it out.
Oh.
So I'll draw the blood. It's going to fill up, and it fills up rather fast, just so you know. And then I'll pull it out. We'll put it in the biohazard bag, and then we'll hold pressure for 5 minutes.
All right.
Good deal?
Yep.
All right. Trust me?
Yep.
All right. You said yeah, you shook your head.
I just needles. People are like,
I'm with you.
They're like, you've been doing this for so long. I was like, it still doesn't get old.
It does not. I'm going to put your hand down here just for comfort, okay? And like I said, you're more than welcome. Do you want me to tell you before I put it in?
Oh, yes. 1, 2, 3 would work.
Sure, you got it. Absolutely. I'll do whatever you like. For sure.
Can I, is it okay if I, like, make a fist?
I would rather you just keep your hand relaxed. Yep, and I'm going to stick my hand inside yours. I'm going to hold your hand for a few minutes. So,
all right.
Just so you know. Okay?
Oh, gosh.
Just going to hold your hand. And again, I'm going to feel before I do anything.
Okay.
All right? So don't even get upset yet. Just going to feel. Just going to make sure it's right where I want it to be. What other tests did you have done today already?
CT.
Okay.
They did that endoscope thingy yesterday, and I'm still having drainage from it. And
The endoscopy?
yeah, no, it starts on the F. Fluop.
Fluoroscopy?
They sent a They sent a camera up my nasal cavity. And
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh, were you like awake, kind of?
I kind of blacked out a little bit. They said that's normal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, usually they give you some good medication to kind of make you like conscious sedation. So you're like awake and stuff, but you're out of it. Kind of high on life, not really caring, I guess. You're doing all right. Just making sure I know exactly where it's at, okay? You are. Can we sing to you?
I'm
No.
probably gonna not black out, but I'm probably gonna just black out anyway.
Have you ever passed out when you have blood drawn before?
You know, the weirdest thing is I can see your blood. I cannot see mine.
Yeah. So are you going to turn your face to the left?
I'm gonna close my eyes and tense up just a little bit.
Okay, that's all right. As long as I know what to expect. I got you. You're doing fine. Just making sure I know exactly where it's at. I won't do it without telling you. Just make sure you don't hold your breath for me, okay?
Oh, jeez, that's the heart. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all right. All right.
Oh God.
Yeah,
Does it move?
it does. It does. Kind of pulsates. So if you think of something pulsing and just kind of running through there. Just making sure. And then they, of course, they can get a little frightful on you. You just don't want it. Okay, my dearest, here's your poke. Yep, just nice, slow, easy breath here. Relax your wrist. You're all right. You're okay. Just relax your wrist if you can. Just relax that wrist. You're making it go away. Okay, you can breathe. I'm gonna wait. You're okay. You just made it go away, and I'm not gonna poke it if it's not there. You're okay. You're
Can we
all
go
right.
more that way so at least
You
that
can
doesn't...
go wherever you want to be. Wherever you want to be, my dear. There you go. I'm just gonna put my hand inside
Okay.
yours, okay? Just gonna put my hand in there. Yep, just put my hand in there. You're all right. I'm not gonna do it without telling you. I promise. I promise. I promise. All right. Yep. Just nice and relaxed. I'm gonna put your hand.
What
right
if
on
we...
my head.
Oh, thank you. I was like, can we have like a support right now? Because I know what I'm going to do.
Yeah. I think you should sing to me.
Do I look like a singer?
You do. I think you should sing to me.
I try.
Yeah? What's your favorite song right now?
Kind of don't have one. It's a lot of mediocre songs out there.
I know. I really haven't felt...
What's up? She want me to sing to her. Okay, then. I didn't, though, because she had that damn needle. But on another occasion, maybe I'll sing a little bit. You know, just a little bit. Me, a little bit.
I like a little bit of everything as well. So, I don't know. I can't like say they have favorites, but... Okay, my love. Real still. Okay.